Hey there, if you've seen Avengers: Infinity War, you'd agree that one of the most iconic, jaw-dropping moments in cinematic history was when Thanos snapped his fingers and half of humanity vanished into thin air. That moment of sheer devastation, when the villain actually won, despite the hero's best efforts, left everyone reeling. But have you ever stopped to think, what if something like that happened in real life? What if we, the entire human species, just disappeared from the face of the Earth? Let's dig into this crazy thought experiment. Imagine we were all gone. What would happen to the world we left behind? Where would we go? A parallel dimension? Maybe. But let's leave the Marvel universe for a moment and focus on the real, wild possibilities. First of all, have you ever stopped to think about the damage humans have done to this planet? We're talking deforestation, climate change, pollution, you name it. The Earth has basically been through a never-ending battle to recover from the ways we've ravaged it. But what if we just vanished? Well, that's actually a blessing in disguise for the planet. Without us, the Earth would begin to heal. And I mean, really heal. It's almost like nature would take a deep breath and say, finally. The forests would start to regrow, the oceans would clear up, and the air would become breathable again. The climate, free from human interference, would gradually return to a more natural state. And it's not just the environment. The animals would get a real chance to bounce back. You've heard of endangered species, right? Well, without human hunters and habitat destruction, species like the giant panda or the blue whale would slowly rebuild their populations. In fact, the planet's animal kingdom would thrive, with no more human-induced threats to worry about. Imagine lions, elephants, and tigers roaming freely without fences or poachers in sight. Humans have often been referred to as the top predator on Earth. We control the food chain, and when we disappear, it's like the natural order is restored. Nature gets its groove back, with no factories or oil spills to mess things up. It would be a paradise for the Earth, and it might even start thriving in ways we've long forgotten. Now let's talk about our pets. We all love our dogs, cats, and maybe even that pet parrot who swears like a sailor. But what would happen if we all just vanished? Without humans around, these domesticated animals would have to survive. They'd adapt, evolve, and maybe even transform into something unrecognizable. Your adorable little dog? It might become a wild hunter, evolving back into something closer to its wolf ancestors. Imagine a German shepherd, once loyal and playful, now roaming the woods, hunting in packs, and looking more like a fierce wolf than your lovable pet. And what about those cute kittens? Don't be surprised if your furry little cat turns into a bloodthirsty predator, stalking and hunting small creatures like it's its natural calling. The truth is, domestication has made animals dependent on us. Without humans, their instincts would kick back in, and they'd learn to fend for themselves. Chickens, for example, which are usually helpless and easy targets, might suddenly become carnivores, preying on small reptiles and rodents. Sure, some animals, especially those in captivity, would struggle. Zoo animals, for example, might not be able to survive without human caretakers, leading to a tragedy of sorts. But overall, the wild world would rise again, free from human control. Now let's take a turn into the weird and unexplained. Could aliens or machines take over the Earth in our absence? It sounds like the premise of a sci-fi movie, right? But stick with me for a moment. First, let's talk about machines. You've probably seen movies like The Terminator, where robots rise up and overthrow humanity. Now, imagine that scenario without us. What if AI, artificial intelligence, became so advanced that it no longer needed humans? With us gone, these machines would continue to evolve, build their own systems, and possibly even reshape the planet in their own image. Some tech visionaries, like Elon Musk and Stephen Hawking, have warned about the dangers of AI becoming too advanced, too powerful, and potentially beyond our control. Without us around to monitor them, machines could take over the planet, wiping out all natural life and turning the Earth into a sterile, mechanized wasteland. Then, of course, there's the alien angle. UFO sightings, strange signals, and unexplainable phenomena are all over the place these days. Some believe that aliens are already here, lurking in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to make their move. What if we just disappeared? Would they emerge from hiding and claim Earth for themselves? We don't know for sure, but it's possible that aliens might either leave the Earth alone, or they might try to transform it into something more suited to their needs. The possibilities are endless. Okay, let's get back to reality for a second. Earth might start healing, animals might evolve, but let's not forget. We've built a whole bunch of systems that require us to function. Without human intervention, the world as we know it would come crashing down, fast. Think about it. Our cities, our infrastructure, everything we've built, none of it was designed to stand the test of time without maintenance. Skyscrapers, satellites, power plants, nuclear reactors, they all need constant attention to keep running. Without people around to keep things in check, they'd all begin to break down. Take satellites, for instance. If we disappear, 99% of them would just stop working. They're in orbit because we maintain them. And those nuclear plants? Without operators, they'd go into meltdown, causing radiation leaks and environmental disasters. Power grids would fail, and electrical systems would short-circuit, leaving cities to crumble. The internet? Gone. Wi-Fi? Non-existent. The entire digital infrastructure would fall apart, and all the advancements we've worked so hard for would be left in ruin. So, while the Earth may begin to heal, it won't be without a lot of chaos first. If we were to vanish, our modern systems would collapse, creating an apocalypse of technological failures. The world we built would quickly begin to disintegrate. In the end, what would happen if humanity suddenly disappeared? The Earth would heal, the animals would adapt and evolve, and nature would slowly reclaim its rightful place. But let's face it wouldn't be all sunshine and rainbows. Our systems would collapse, machines might take over, and maybe even aliens would step in. The big question remains, if we're gone, what would really happen next? Would the Earth become a thriving, natural paradise? Or would chaos reign with machines, aliens, and evolving creatures fighting for control? For now, we can only wonder. But one thing's for sure, the world would go on, with or without us. Thanks for tuning in. And if you like this dive into the unknown, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think would happen if humanity just disappeared? I'd love to hear your theories. Catch you in the next one.